We hear it over and over time in schools. Failure rates are just too high, test scores are down, and not as many students are actually pursuing college. The list goes on and on.
How do we deliver these services better to our kids? One Metro Detroit area school system, facing all those problems, decided to make a pretty radical change. They have flipped school.
So now the students do their homework in class, and they listen to the lectures at home.
Because with online, you can have all these different delivery devices. It's making a big difference for the students and teachers. It is working at the Clintondale High School in Clinton Township.
See how that circle might work.
We are all familiar with the traditional method of teaching, the sage on the stage.
You stand up in front of the class for 55 minutes, you lecture, you talk, and you talk, and you talk, and you tell the little jokes and all that kind of thing. So you kind of had your routine set. You knew what you were talking about. You were the expert.
But that wasn't working for Clintondale High School.
And our data indicated that our students weren't being very successful. We had, in some cases, students failing, 50% of our students failing English and 40% failing math. And, when you have that type of failure in a building, you need to make changes.
One issue they identified was that kids were struggling with their homework.
The big problem was very few of them did it. They either didn't have the resources at home. It was just very frustrating on my end. It was frustrating on their end. And then about 3 years ago, we made the switch.
Their students needed a content expert at home to help them with their homework, but they can't control what happens in a student's home. So they decided to bring the homework back into the classroom, flipping their school.
We started slow. We started with one teacher and had success, and we had 5 or 6 teachers that had success, and we really based it on our conversations, the data that we were getting back, because, you just don't make rash decisions like that and say, hey, let's go flip our school. There has to be really good rationale.
In 2011, Clintondale High School became the first flipped school in the world, and the students noticed the difference.
I love it a lot. My grades have improved. I've always been a really good student in the classroom, but it's easier to understand and grasp onto the subject being taught.
Instead of homework, students read a chapter in their textbook or watch a lecture like this one at home.
Let's take a look at economic decisions and who actually makes these economic decisions.
The videos are a lot easier than a teacher too, because you can always rewind and fast forward your videos and replay the videos, and you can't do that with a teacher.
In class, they work on a project or a worksheet with the teacher being their guide on the side, clarifying what they don't understand.
There's always those students in the back of the classroom that don't like to speak up or raise their hand. In this way, having more group projects, the students really get to interact with each other, and then if there's a question, the teacher comes over and talks to all of them, or one-on-one with the student.
You're grading it along the way. As they work on it, you're able to say, okay, that's wrong, or that's right, keep it up. So they get instant feedback. It makes me more effective. It makes me more efficient.
Not only does this cut down on grading time for teachers, it also greatly reduces the time students spend on schoolwork at home, cutting it by more than half.
Way less. I used to spend 5 hours at home just doing homework, and it's so much easier this way.
As a result of the flipped method, the failure rate dropped from 30% to 10%. Graduation rates soared from 80% to over 90%, and more students are pursuing post-secondary education, going from 63% to 80%.
We're looking at how do we personalize it even further. We have a project with the U.S. Department of Technology, Science, and Energy that has called us the Oak Ridge Lab, and they want us to help build the next platform for the United States as far as their educational platform.
I love this concept. It really is attacking the problem where it is.
Well, congratulations to them, first of all, for taking the risk, which is not an easy thing to do, and then being successful with it. And now they've got people lining up to say, teach us how to do this.
I want to do that, exactly.
Yeah.
Good job.